2021, huh? The one thing that really stuck out to me this year when we are talking about games is that there wasn't really a big standout title. Instead, we got a handful of smaller experiences. Still fun experiences, don't get me wrong, but no mainstream boundary-pushing pieces of art like Breath of the Wild or Doom Eternal, for example. I had a lot of fun jumping from game to game though. Like usual, I played a lot of fresh new releases, but I also went back to some of the classics. I mean, I even played a game called Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion. This is a game where you just commit tax evasion. It's great. Everhood was this little reverse rhythm game with some stellar music. 12 Minutes was a game I enjoyed for 12 minutes. Little Baby Crow with a sword. This one was pretty fun. And Sludge Life. After playing this, I really want more developers to try out something similar to this. Just have a big open map and put a bunch of funny stuff everywhere. This is great. There's a little room with a giant baby in it. You have a dog doing this, you can piss off a building, and the best parts, funny fish. Put funny fish in every video game imaginable, please. Minute Fundraiser had a goofy song that went... Boomerang X was this really fast-paced and stressful movement shooter. Nintendo decided to sell a 2-hour-long game for $50. Treat my boy Wario better than that, man. Come on, what is this? Death Poop. Now I kinda took a fat crap on this game in my review, but it's pretty fun. Yes, the AI sucks, the message logs are boring to read through, but watch this, alright? Where did the burger go? It just got sucked into the void. Just gone. Poof. How did they do this? Don't Starve X Terraria. This is just straight up Foekoe fan service, man. Just one of the coolest collabs in gaming history. Played a bunch of Minecraft again and made a pretty cool base with some friends. Resident Evil Village was a lot of fun, even if I think Resident Evil 7 was quite a bit better. But at least it was more fun to play than that stupid FNAF game. I don't understand why people like this, seriously. Okay, quick lightning round. Metroid Dread, good. Ratchet & Clank, good. Battlefield 2500, not good. Happy Game, not happy. Eastward, good. Before Your Eyes. And of course, I can't forget about the best one, Balan Wonderworld, a fantastic magical adventure where you can turn into a vacuum cleaner. Okay, yeah, no, this sucked. List time! Loop Hero starts off like this. Yeah, I know, it's kinda underwhelming, but if you played for like 40 hours, this happens. I love chaos. It's a very slow, methodical experience where you just place down simple tiles that do a specific thing. You can't attack or move, you just watch your little guy do all the work while you are slowly building up the world around him without making it overwhelming. It's a very weird game, but also super satisfying at the same time. I know it kinda looks boring as shit, but once a boss spawns, you just start to shake and panic. And that soundtrack, man, it goes hard. In this game, you are an old woman that goes to an alien planet to shoot a bunch of funny-looking squid monsters. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Returnal really isn't the most technical, advanced roguelike out there, but it has a lot of fun ideas that it pushes onto the table. Mainly its diverse range of weapons and interaction with the PS5 DualSense controller makes it really stand out. Sure, a lot of the items are kinda lame and it's also a bit confusing at times, but it looks really good, it plays really good, and it's just a blast to zoom through. So I give Returnal a bag of cookies and a glass of orange juice. Hell yeah! Yeah! Last year, a lot of people were crying in the comments because I had multiple older games in my list, but the reason I did that is because I think it's important to look back at older titles instead of just what is new. Look at this new Call of Duty, for example. The campaign had an uninteresting story, the multiplayer is multiplayer, and the zombies made me depressed. Now if you take a look at Black Ops 1, huh? What? Whoa, it's an actual fun video game. How did they do this? Now, I've completed the entire Black Ops 1 campaign on Veteran, and what you have to know about this game is that it is some of the most broken, unfair garbage I've ever taken part in. There are parts where you get shot 4 times in the span of 1 frame. You just instantly die. Fun! It has a really interesting narrative and some cool set pieces, but the reason I'm putting this game on this list is, you know, zombies. Nothing, and I repeat, nothing will ever be able to top old school COD zombies, alright? This game mode has been farted on badly the last few years. They have mistreated it so much that the director of it just left to form its own studio. It's wild. Classic COD Zombies has a very simple but addictive gameplay loop. Get to a high round, see how long you can last while we throw a bunch of wacky toys at you. And it's not easy, alright? It takes dedication and commitment to make it to a high round. Just look up a world record on YouTube for a second, okay? This guy right here spent about 70 hours to get to round 212. Jesus Christ. Sure, it has a few rough edges, but you really can't go wrong with a good old game of Call of the Dead. This shit straight up slaps. It Takes Two is basically just a trolling simulator, whatever you do, okay? Don't play this with someone that has a Castle Crashers Necromancer profile picture. Worst mistake of my life. This is just a fun little co-op platformer that keeps throwing new exciting mechanics at you. Like, that's it. It's just a fun little game. It also has a world that actually feels fully realized. It has a lot of these little interactable things that are just there to play with. Go grab a bowl of popcorn, drag a friend to their PC, and boot up some It Takes Two. Good game. Little Nightmares 2 has a giraffe teacher. It's also a very overlooked game in my eyes. I remember a lot of people talking about it when it released, and then 2 weeks later, no one cared anymore. This is a very cinematic, artsy game. It isn't there to just jump scare you like a little baby. Take notes. It actually tries to make you quiver in your boots with frightening imagery and terrifying chase sequences. It's actually scary, which is something horror games kind of fail to do a lot of the time. Every scenario is also just jaw-droppingly gorgeous to look at. This is a horror game with an actual identity. It has some real style and it sticks out like a sore thumb. It's a very short but densely packed game, and I can't recommend it enough. Spiritfarer is one of those titles that grabs you by the ankles and yeets you into its narrative. I haven't been this touched playing something in a long time. It's a story about letting go of the people you love most, may it be a friend or family member. It's disguised as this happy little Animal Crossing-like adventure where you go on a road trip with a bunch of weirdo losers. But don't make it fool you, alright? It delves into some deep topics, and honestly, I shed a tear here and there. You have to say goodbye to each character one at a time. It's touching, really. It may not be for everyone. Some of the designs are kinda over the top, but I can't help but love it. If you still don't get what it is about, you basically just send furries to hell. Mamma mia! This is a Mario. I like Mario. If you don't like Mario, take this. I had this whole part written out, but honestly, is there even a point? It's a 3D Mario game. You know it's gonna be amazing. I've been playing Isaac for more than 10 years now. Vanilla, Wrath of the Lamb, Rebirth, Afterbirth, Afterbirth Plus, and finally, Repentance. If you wanna know who the king of roguelike is, here he is, a crying, naked loser. Awesome! The thing that makes Isaac dominate the roguelike genre is the amount of content that is packed here. Every run you do will be different from the last. It is honestly kinda overwhelming, but that's the part that makes Isaac so much fun to play. You never know what is gonna happen. There are even times where you get so powerful that the game just crashes on you. It's wild. There are tons of different characters, dozens of challenges, an insane amount of enemy and boss variety. I'm telling you, dude, this is the one. I really like 3D platformers, and this one is a straight up pile of crack. And it's also not that cheap stuff, this is high quality shit. Psychonauts 2 is amazing. Every single aspect of it is so refined and finely tuned. The animation and art direction is breathtaking. The levels are an absolute joy to explore. The music kicks some serious ass. I mean, they got Jack Black to sing a song for it. Like, that's amazing. And all of it is nicely packed with a super engaging and grabbing narrative. I've been waiting almost 6 years for this, and every second of it was worth it. Also, by the way, to everyone that says 3D platformers are dead, bro, look at this lineup. This year was absolutely cray-cray for this genre. This game is something else, man. Inscription is a really strange roguelike card game. Well, that's what it seems like on the surface, but it is so much more than that. It is an adventure. The worst part about it is reviewing it without spoiling anything, so I highly recommend you go try it out first. This is a must play, right? I mean, it's #1 on this list for a reason. So, spoilers, go play it. Don't say I didn't warn you. The thing that makes Inscription amazing is the amount of curve bones it throws at the player. You start in this little cabin with an old creepy guy and you think, oh, so this is what the entire game is gonna be like. Wrong! About midway through the game, it decides to change its whole style while still having the core gameplay elements stay intact. It grabs your attention and holds onto it firmly. That's the best part about it. The story is so goddamn good. That's not to say that the actual gameplay is bad. Its mechanics are super fleshed out and a blast to play with. Your goal is basically to make your cars as strong as possible by giving it buffs or extra abilities. It's fun, snappy, and addicting. And that ending, man, it has me in absolute shock. It's a wild, crazy experience, so that's why I'm happy to give Inscription the annual stupid-ass Foekoe Gaming, whatever you call it, award. I'm proud of you, man. You deserve it. You really do. So, that's it. That's the list. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like and subscribe. Thank you, goodbye!